Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be walking you through everything you ever wanted to know about knitting and purling. Let's get into it. So one of your first questions should be, what is a knit stitch? What's a purl stitch? And how do I tell the difference? Well, let's take a closer look. So what we're looking at here is knit stitches, and I can tell that these are knit stitches because the stitches on the left-hand needle are sitting on top of a V. That V shape is created when you work the loop on your left-hand needle into your material with the working yarn. When repeated across the row, that creates this V-shaped pattern that is quintessential of the knit stitch. Now, something important to notice about the knit stitch is that the loop is sitting on the needle from left to right. And so the left part of the loop will be sitting at the back and the right part of the loop will be sitting on the front of the material. And it's important not to get them mixed up so that you don't create a twisted stitch. So if you've worked your knit stitches correctly and each stitch is going into a V, when you turn your material over, you'll know that each stitch is instead going into a bump. That bump is what we call a purl stitch, and a purl stitch is essentially the mirror image of your knit stitch on the front. So the back of a purl stitch will start on the left, and the front of the purl stitch will end on the right. And so incidentally, the front here, that's called stockinette stitch when you do all knits, and the back here is called garter stitch, and that's when you do all purls. So the first stitch we're going to learn is the knit stitch. It's the bread and butter of knitting, and it's the first stitch that most beginners ever learn. With the knit stitch, the very first thing you want to do is make sure the cast on edge is facing towards you and the tail is out of the way. You also want to pull the working yarn to the back. Then I like to grab hold of the work that we've just cast on to make sure it stays securely in place. And then you can begin to shimmy apart those first two stitches with your needle. When you're ready to cast on your first stitch, we go in through the needle from left to right at the bottom of the stitch. We then take the working yarn around the right needle anti-clockwise slowly, pulling it snug against the stitch on the left-hand needle, and then slowly pulling the right-hand needle out and catching that stitch at the bottom. And you can see that little bar that's popped out? That's our stitch. Then to finish our knit stitch off, we're going to pull the final loop off the left-hand needle. And once you pull it snug, that's your first knit stitch. So we're going to do that again, left to right, wrap the working yarn anti-clockwise around the needle, slowly pull the right-hand needle out until you see that bar form, pull it through, and then pop it off the end of your needle. And while I'm knitting, I like to keep a snug hold on the work with my left hand to stop any of the stitches from flying off the end and causing a dropped stitch. And I'm going to do that all the way along until the end of the row. And when I get to the last stitch, we're not going to do anything fancy, just pop it off the end like all of the other ones. And you can see now that my cast on's got a little bit twisted while I've been knitting my row. That's no worries, just untwist it so the cast on edge is facing towards you. When you're done, you'll flip your work over to start working in the next row, and that leads us to the purl stitch. The next stitch we're going to learn is the purl stitch. Now when I started knitting, this was a little bit more difficult for me than the knit stitch, but stick with me and I'll be having you knit like a pro. So stitch number 2 is the purl stitch. So similarities with the knit stitch, make sure your tail is out of your way and make sure your cast on edge is pointed towards you. The other important thing to take care of when you're doing a purl stitch is to make sure that the working yarn stays in the front of the workspace. For the knit stitch, we kept it in the back. For the purl stitch, we're going to keep it in the front. Because you can see, if you pull the working yarn to the back, it pulls the purl stitch up so that it looks like you have 13 stitches on your left-hand needle rather than the 12 we started with. And if you knit into these stitches, you'll basically increase the amount of stitches you have every single time you do a row, and we don't want that. So you've got to make sure the working yarn is in front, tail's out of the way, and the cast on edge is facing you. Then, just like the knit stitch, I'm going to hold on to our work to make sure the stitches don't fly off the end. But this time, we're going to use our working needle and come in from behind, from right to left in the stitch. So we're basically doing the exact opposite of what we did with the knit stitch. Then we're going to wrap our yarn anti-clockwise around our stitch and pull our right hand needle back and out. And as we pull it back and out, we're going to catch that bar, that stitch, you can see it there, and pull it off the needle. And we're going to do that a few more times. So in from right to left, round, pull that stitch out and pull it off the end. And if you're a beginner, you want to take it slow and keep hold of your work with your left hand to make sure those stitches don't come off the end if you accidentally tug the right hand needle too hard.
2 seconds later.
But if you do make a mistake like I have just there, it's no worries, just feed those loops back onto your left hand needle and keep going. And what you'll end up with is some beautiful pearls like I've got right here. And there you have it. Now you know how to knit and purl like a pro. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you liked this video, consider giving me a like and subscribe or leaving a comment down below. I'm Steph. This is Steph's Fixation Station. Thanks for watching.